All right, so I guess we'll start with today's webinar, and let's see how all the things goes. So once again, thank you for taking out time and joining in for today's webinar. I'll be presenting Axelor solution today, and more suited towards industries which operate more in the project management space. And let's see how the advanced project management application of Axelor OpenSuite helps you to navigate various day-to-day process of our project management, right from different project planning, task planning, association of different members, and also see how you can actually incur and take into consideration the cost and revenue cycle of a particular project. So there are various aspects I'm going to talk about and also demonstrate them on how those functionalities usually work in Axelor OpenSuite. So before that, I'll briefly introduce Axelor as an organization and talk about the different functionalities, different product suite that we offer and how it is helping organizations really manage their business processes, their functionalities, and automate their processes. So Axelor, as an organization, it's headquartered in France, Paris, and after a lot of years of R&D, it was in 2015-16 when the first official version of the platform was released. And since then, we have been releasing major version every year, along with that minor version every quarterly. And currently, we are the latest version is Axelor 8.3. So you can see that almost every year we are releasing one major version. In 2022, we also received a 10 million euro financing round, which helped us to expand globally. So apart from working in the France and the nearby EU countries, we are now spread across 4 different continents. And we have offices, not just offices, but also international partners, clients who have been using and implementing the Axelor functionalities. As of now, over 140 plus team of engineers mostly, and a small group of business management also helps Axelor build up into functionalities and also cater to the partner network that we have. As of now, we also have over 1 million users worldwide. This comprises of both, open source as well as license, but we have a pretty large number of licensed users also nowadays, and it's growing because of the various advanced modules that we offer in the enterprise solution. Over the past couple of years, with the expansion into various different continents as well as countries, we have expanded our partners network also, and got into more deeper network of not just countries, but also into deeper industry level expertise, with our partners now growing over 60 plus in 25 countries. So if in case you're joining, or if in case you are learning about Axelor for the first time, or you are just knowing more about it, so Axelor OpenSuite, it's an ERP and it helps you to manage your business processes. It's an open source and a low code ERP, which is a very flexible and scalable solution, pretty much adaptable to any particular industry. Even if the applications, the functionalities which you require to manage your processes are not there, we can very simply build up using the low-code platform. The technologies that we are based upon are again open source, and most of the core technologies are Java 11. That's the core backend technology. Then the database side, we use Postgre, but other databases are also very much compatible. Apart from it, the other technologies on the front end, back end, even on the DevOps side, all of those are open source, and you do not need a big learning curve to start with the Axelor OpenSuite. Now, as I've been speaking about Axelor ERP, it's a suite of products which consists of majorly a lot of business management applications. And along with that, we combine various low-code, no-code tools such as BI, Connect, Template, and other enterprise modules. So overall, it gives you a 360-degree functionality which not just helps you to manage and operate your day-to-day functionalities, but also have the complete analytics, the business side of it. Also adapted as you grow, you can customize the application using the low-code studio. And along with that, you can connect with various third-party applications using our Axelor Connect module. So not just in ERP, it's a complete low-code application, and you can scale it as you grow. So right from using Axelor for even less than 5 users to even 5,000 users, Axelor has been pretty much scalable as you require. Now, some of our prestigious customers who have been with us since the starting, and the customer list is also growing up. We work with both public and private organizations. Our solution is already implemented in a lot of major manufacturing application industries throughout the EU region, as well as certain public organizations such as Prime Minister Office, University of Justice, and also Defense Air Force. Now, talking about the application suite itself. So as I talked about the various low-code platforms, Studio, Template, BI, these modules helps as a user to use the ERP and then also have the advanced functionality of getting the output from the data that is being input. You can use, we have recently the AI module also, which helps you to automate certain things, have the OCR capability, and very soon it is going to be allowing you a lot of automation in various applications also. Combining all the application, we can actually segregate into business management, that is the core, sales, CRM, purchase part of it. Then you have the HR management suite of application. Supply chain, that's the most useful and required when it comes to an ERP. And then the financial management to manage all your financial processes. Now, combining these ERPs, when we also provide the low-code, no-code tools such as BI, template, AI application, BPM. So that's when we offer Axelor OpenSuite as a solution, which not just provides you the standard business management application, but also overall gives you a very comprehensive functionality to work around almost everything that you need from a system. So just a quick overview of the various application and business management low-code platforms. So BI, it's our own integrated BI application, which helps you to develop quickly dashboards, reporting, which can be presented to senior management and various other level of people within an organization. So no need to export your data into third-party application. You can have the complete security and compliances as you own the data within the ERP. And the studio helps you to design your own charts, dashboards as you want to. You can edit them and you can provide it to specific users as you would want to also. In the last webinar, I covered the low-code platforms very specifically, and I showcased a couple of things related to the BI, but mostly also how you can build up application using the studio application in the low-code BPM. Then the CRM, it's a complete customized one. You can customize the forms, you can build your own missing information, or let's say this marketing pipeline as you would like to, using the App Studio that we have. So this is the App Studio that I've been talking about, the low-code BPM, which helps you to also create your own process flows, which helps you to control various kind of applications that you develop using the low-code studio, and gives you then overall control of how efficiently you want to manage the processes. So that's briefly mostly about certain application within the Axelor. I think it would be more comprehensive for you as a user to know once I start showcasing the system itself and how the different applications are first of all interconnected, as well as how they are working in a flowless flow and helps you to work around all of your daily day-to-day processes. If you are interested in getting to know more about Axelor and the various applications or processes, you can definitely let me know. You can write me in the chat or contact us at contact@axelor.com. And we can share with you this presentation, as well as we can have a more one-to-one call to understand your needs, to give you a much more deep dive about the product also. So apart from the presentation, to know more about Axelor, you can also go to Axelor's website, where you will find all the information related to Axelor's use cases, different case studies, as well as a lot of documentation on the both technical and functional side of the ERP. So as you can also see, Axelor, it's been built for various industries, but specifically now we are also providing pre-built packages for certain industries, which are ready to implement, and all you have to do is just quickly use the particular package, which has already the combined applications, processes, as well as configurations, and within a couple of days of quick adjustments, you can start using it for your day-to-day operation. If you are from one of these industries, or perhaps your end clients would be from these industries, you can definitely get in touch with us. We can let you know how these packages work and how you can quickly set it up to use Axelor for your own organization. Or if you are a partner, wants to become a partner with Axelor, you can touch with these things. So on the website, you can definitely go into take a look how Axelor can be used for various industries, various applications that we have. All apps, if you go into, you will see the different applications within the different process wise, and a brief introduction about what features does it have, overall what functionalities these particular application can cover. Apart from that, since we are an open source solution, we also provide a lot of information on how to use our system. You can directly download it and set it up on your local system or cloud and start playing around with it, test it. And if you want continuous support from Axelor or perhaps the enterprise modules, you can get in touch with us and we can help you with all of your journey for the business processes. So make sure you do go through the website to know more about Axelor as an organization, our product suite, as well as what we offer for our end clients, as well as if in case you are interested into becoming a B2B partner, becoming a reseller of Axelor, you can definitely check out our Axelor partnership program, or just simply contact us through email and we can let you know how the process works. So that's all from my side regarding Axelor, brief introduction about the organization and product suite. If you have any questions, do write it up in the chat section. I'll be taking up all the questions at the end of the webinar. So whatever questions you have, whether commercial, partnership, as an end user, or perhaps you have just some functional queries also, you can definitely put it up in the chat and I'll answer all of them in the end. So now let's go into the product demonstration itself and let's see how Axelor can be used for project management for various industries, starting from service-based, but definitely for various other application suite also. So as you would know, and also for people who have been coming to know about Axelor for the first or very beginning, Axelor is a collection of various applications. On my particular instance, you can see 45, but we have much more than that and comprises of a lot of application to manage your business processes, to manage your advanced functionalities. And even if, let's say, you do not want to use any of the ERP application, we have our low-code platform, the BPM Studio, which helps you to very easily develop your own custom application. Now, it's a flexible solution. It comes as a package, and you are free to choose which applications you want to run initially. You can start with just the basic CRM sales, and thereafter, you can install the remaining of the application. As you scale your business, as you want to bring up more departments or processes on the ERP, you can choose the applications which you want to use. So it's a combination of applications. You can definitely install the ones which you would want to. Certain applications, however, are independent and certain are dependent on each other. So depending upon the processes, how they are interlinked, you can choose the ones which you want to. Now it's also a very easy solution to start using it. So let's say you have installed Axelor, or we have provided you Axelor OpenSuite. So to start using the ERP, all you have to do is set up your company, which you can do within application config, user companies, and create your company's address, and the application's configuration for a particular company. Now remember also, Axelor provides you the functionality to manage multiple offices or companies on the same instances. So for example, if you have like a corporate office, then maybe sub offices in the same country or different countries, you can create all of them on the same instance itself. Like for example, I've created Axelor India, and then for each one of them, I can have separate user rights permissions. I can manage all the processes also independently. And that gives you, first of all, the control of all the users on the same instance. And second thing, all the data also being stored on the same database. So this way you can manage the different configurations. And then once you set up your company, you can choose the application you want to use initially. Do basic configurations, which means basically quick enabling of functionalities which you would be requiring. For example, do you require team management or not? Do you require sequences of partners or not? Or if in case you also wants to create a database of product or services, so in that case, you can also use barcode functionalities. So just quick enabling and disabling of functionalities on how you want to use the initial system, which is very quick to do. Nothing technical here. All you have to do is just enable or disable the booleans. Similarly, if in case you want to operate multi-currency, you can also set up the different currency conversions here, and automatically the system is going to take these currency rates based on your particular currency as well as the customers or supplier currency in which you are doing the transaction. So each application, as I'm showing, has their own certain configurations, which helps you to basically automate certain processes. So today, since we are focusing upon project management, so let's just quickly see what all applications configuration that are there in project management and job costing. So to use project management, which is there on the left-hand side, project management, my project. So you have to install project management. And if in case you also want to run advanced functionalities in the project management, such as take a complete overview of how the cost and revenues are working for a project, you can also install the job costing application. If you take a look into the project management, it quickly gives you various functionalities. For example, do you want to manage resource management, task signature, creation of event? You can also set up your default status, which you would want, default priorities, as well as one really important and advanced feature that you have is, if in case you want to add more fields on the project form, or let's say on the task form, you can directly create it from the custom fields in the application config. Now, this is only available currently in the project management, which helps you to create custom fields directly from the low-code application configuration itself. So suppose if I want to add more fields, I can quickly provide the name of it and the type of field that I want to, and it will provide me the particular field on the task, or if in case I want on the project form, I can add it on the project fields. Similarly, you can also set up your default task status and what would be the task status for done. Now, these task status or even project status are created by users. You can do it in the project management application. We'll take a look into it also. And once you create them, these are user defined. You can actually have the default task status available here. For each individual company that you are managing, there are certain other quick configurations that you can do, such as value by default on display plan time and selection of display plan time. So these are again certain things that you are going to do in project management, and if you want to set up certain default things, you can do it in the project management. In the job costing application, again, this is related to linking the project management with other applications such as sales, purchase, invoicing. And if you want to link it, first of all, just install the business project or job costing. And after that, you can enable the booleans or functionalities with which you want to link the application with. So that's all the brief introduction about all the configuration that you want to do for project management. As you would see, it's a handful of configuration, very quick to do it. You can just take half a day to understand, to see what the functionality will be revolve around, and then you can simply implement them and have the application. Now, as I have already covered the brief introduction about the various applications in Axelor OpenSuite, so we are going to quickly take into look the project management application and how it can be used for various use cases. Now, project management actually covers various kind of functionalities. The first and most important is the creation of project, doing your planning of a project, involving different members, creating certain elements into it. All of those things can be done in the project submenu of the main project management. And on the other hand, if you want to create a project where you also want to track the expenses, you want to track the billable hours, you want to bill your customer directly from a project, in that case, we can use the business project. And it works pretty much similarly, only it has additional components linked to the original project. And then, as you can see, apart from the project and project tasks, you also have the invoicing project. Then you have the tickets menu, where all the different tickets which have been created for a particular user, once they log in, they are going to see here. If you are a manager, you are going to see all the tickets for all the users, or maybe users of your team. Similarly, you can do project planning separately. You can also set up your templates pre-defined within the templates folder, so that every single time you create a new project, you do not have to create every single line separately. You can just simply import the templates that you have previously created. Recently, we also had provided the resource booking, so that if in case you want to book certain resources for your particular project, you can also book the resource booking. There are certain quick KPIs also available in the reporting section, but this is for the user itself. On the project, if you want, we have certain numbers directly available on the project, as well as you can use the BI application to customize new dashboards. The configuration section mostly consists of functionalities which helps you to set up certain things pre-handedly, so that once you create new project, you can directly set up and choose the information. Now, from our latest version, that is 8.0, we also have created my project, which is going to be for an individual user. Now, suppose if I'm working on a particular project, that could be an internal project or maybe a client or customer project. So I can see all the different projects that I'm working upon in the project folder. Along with that, if I'm what all tasks do I need to do, all the time that I have spent, as well as all the factors that are related to me. The reporting section also really quickly gives me all the tasks that I need to do, what are my due tasks, my today's planning, and my upcoming planning. So as a user, when I log in, I can see this reporting very quickly and see what I need to do today, and my plan accordingly also my whole week. On the right-hand side top corner, you can also choose the particular project which you want to make as your active project. So as of now, I have made for myself ERP project as my main project. On the other hand, if I want to work on the other projects which I am part of, so that means this particular project is now the project that I'm going to work upon it. Since I do not have anything related to it, so I do not have the project in my project list. But on the other hand, ERP project is available for me, so I can simply refresh it and it is going to be available for me to work upon different things. Now let's see how a project functionality actually works and what all things I can do when I create a project. We can create various projects first of all, and also sub-projects. So if you want to create a project and then link it with a parent project, you can do it definitely, both in the project as well as business projects. You can also create your own project directory. So if in case you want to manage project folders, so in that case, you can create your own project folders. And whenever you create a project, you can link it with a particular folder also. Now let's take a look into what all information we can configure on a particular project and how we can run our day-to-day processes upon it. So once we create a particular project, we can put up the various internal description on what all this project is about. If you scroll down, you will see the different tasks, the tickets that have been created, as well as all the issues that have been created and who all members are associated with it. If you want to add more members, you can definitely go into and add more members to it. On the other hand, if you want to see the list of tasks that have been created for achieving the successful completion of this project, you can see all these particular tasks. You can also add a wiki description so that you can have a longer description for all the people that are going to work upon this one. Checklist also, this is again a new functionality that we have recently added. You can either define your checklist template pre-handedly, and this is basically a list of steps that you should be able to complete so that every single time you can see that, okay, this is done, this is done, this is done, and then you can mark it as complete and you would know that how the progress of your current project is currently working upon. Now, this again is a hierarchy structure. You can create as many checklists on the parent level and on the sub level also, and helps you keep a track of various items that you need to complete. All the users who are going to work upon this project can also directly log their timesheets, and these timesheets are going to be available here, but also on the individual employees' timesheet levels. Announcements, if there are any certain announcement to be done, that can also be logged here, and then the roadmap. So roadmap is always the important factor when it comes to constructing or preparing an initial project, and we can have a complete roadmap available here, and then we can see what was the roadmap, how we are currently doing against it, and how we should keep our project going on so that we are along with what we designed on the roadmap. On the configuration side, as I mentioned, you can add different teams who are going to work upon it. You can also add different members who are going to be part upon it, so that when you create a particular task, you can associate or assign the task to this particular users that you mentioned here. It's not required from initial project creation itself that you created as a business project, but let's say even later down the stage, if you want to manage the expenses, all bring the cost into the project, so you can always convert it into a business project, and as soon as you do it, it's going to be listed under the business project part of it. Resource booking, you can book your resources on a particular task from a particular time period also. And then again, if you scroll down, various other functionalities which helps you to configure your individual project. You can also enable Gantt view, Kanban view on the particular whole project planning itself. And let's take a look if in case I enable the Gantt chart, how does it actually look? So if you have enabled, you can directly click on the Gantt chart from here. You can also access the Gantt chart from the tools button. You can see the Kanban for the ticket status or on the calendar view also. So if you want to take a look into the Gantt chart, so this gives you the different, first of all, tasks, who all people are working upon, and on the time frame itself, what are the steps that are going to work upon it. Now, if I open up a particular task, this is currently has only a starting date, but I can also associate a drag and drop, or I can link it with a particular different task also, so that I know the linkage between the various tasks. So if I want to have a better view of it, let's go into another project, which actually quickly gives us the information in the overview itself. So this is how a much better planning would actually look like if I see on a weekly wise, but I can also see on a month wise. So if I am taking a general example of an ERP project implementation, that would consist of my project scoping, documentation, implementation, configuration of modules, customization, UAT, and deployment. So initially, when I have created those particular tasks, I can quickly also associate the time period that would be required to complete them. And I can have a complete overview of how the project planning would look like. Now on the Gantt chart, you can also see various available tasks. You can also create your different tasks directly from here so that you have a better planning view of it if the time period is coming along. You can also see who all people are actually working upon. If you want, you can open up any particular task that you have previously created, and you can associate more properties to it. Whatever planning that we are going to do for a particular task, that is how we want to allocate our hours to a particular project, that we can do through the planning also. As of now, there is one line. I have associated certain hours that I'm going to do as an employee on a particular task, and also associate my activity. So activity is more like a timesheet activity that I want to associate it, so that if in case my organization wants to bill it to the customer, they can bill it based on the activity that I choose from it. So the time plannings, you can do it initially for the whole project, or as you start working upon it, you can do it. This project plan timing can also be done by individual user on their own, so that they can allocate their hours, they can do the planning and see how the overall completion of the project will look like. Apart from that, you also have a quick task menu directly on the top header of a project form. You can see all the different open tasks which are currently available here. This is available in the list view, but if you want, you can also have the Kanban view of it. Now, as soon as you start working upon the project task, you can simply drag and drop to move it to the next status. So this task I'm already starting to work upon. I can now associate that, okay, 5% or 10% of the work has been done. And as I do, I can also log my timesheets, and this will also go directly into my HR management also. So as you would see, the project management is designed in such a way that all your employees who are part of a particular project can basically perform their timesheets. They can log and create all the information on the project status, on the task status. And this helps you to keep a good track of what's happening. You can also manage relation for a particular task to various other tasks, such as a particular task might be a duplicate of other tasks, or it could be also a follow-up task. So you can also use the link, and then you can choose the particular task that you want to link it to. This way you are creating quick linking of a particular task to various other ones. As you start working upon your project, you can move it to various steps, either from here, or you can also do it on the Kanban view if you want to do it. If you want to edit or change these particular status, you can define your own status also that you can do within the configurations, and you have your project status. Depending upon how you want to create, you can create, and then you can drag and drop the status also, and assign the order in which you would want those particular tasks to be done. Same goes for the task status also. You can define your own task status, and as you can see, you can also define now default progress, so that as soon as somebody moves the task status from new to in progress, the default progress automatically goes to 30% or 20% as you predefine it. Now, if in case you have a lot of particular projects or project tasks and you want to look for a particular ones, you can always use the advanced search option here. So that helps you to quickly select a particular project or certain task, and then you can filter out the information that you want to do. The other way is you can definitely take a look into the project task view here. In the list view, you see which all project available here. Another important factor that I would like to show is, for example, if I would want to see all these tasks that are available to here, how many of them are actually part of a particular parent task. So in that case, that particular column is not available, but I can simply customize my view accordingly. I can go into the column customization and select the particular column. So parent task is available, just gonna quickly drag it up so that it's going to be visible for me in the starting itself. So this is now per user. So as a user, if I would want to prefer to have certain view of me in project management, not just project management, but various other application also, I can customize the columns that I want to view myself. Now, as I can see, only one of the tasks actually has a parent task. But if in case more of the tasks would probably have the parent task, I can also group them by parent task. So that this helps me to see how for a main task, the subtasks have been currently done, what are the priorities, what have been the start date, what is the current progress onto it also. So this way you can have a quick overview of the progress and how you want to basically adjust the UI for your preferences. If you want to visualize Axelor project management for your own use case, or perhaps you are already using it and you want to know if a particular functionality might be there or not, you can write it up in the chat section. Maybe we can see at the end and take a look if that particular functionality is there and how it can be worked around in Axelor. Now on the list view, you also have a quick Gantt view available here. This is the new UI functionalities that have been developed. So you do not even have to go within a project. You can simply take a look from here itself. If you want to take a quick look into the task for a particular project, that also we provide a quick list button here. So simply connect it here, you will get all the related tasks here. So a lot of functionalities are currently being developed in Axelor project management on the UI itself. So overall, the working of the project management almost covers all the functionalities, but then to have a quick view of certain things, to quickly navigate to certain elements, we are now bringing more functionalities onto that particular aspect. Hopefully it's going to be useful. If you have certain suggestions or if you want to also make use of certain features into it, you can always write it up to me and I can forward it to the relevant team as a proposal and we can include it in the standard. Now, these all project forms tasks that I have actually created are more for an internal project. As of now, I'm not creating any kind of expenses. I'm not linking it with a particular other departments. So if I want to also cover my cost, my revenues, all those particular things, so in that case, I can simply use the business project application also. Now, business project also pretty much is the same project itself. Apart from it, there are certain elements which are different. Now, as you would see, the first major difference between the business project and project is this particular project is going to be for a specific customer. Now, this project, as you can see, for a customer, you can select the currencies from the to date and from date and the customer contract and address. These fields are not going to be available on the main project. If in case the particular project being done for a customer is linked with a customer contract, so that can also be done from here. So you can create your own customer contract, for example, and link it with a particular project also. So for instance, this is my Gerard solution as customer. So if I select my customer, so now I'll be able to select the project or vice versa also. So I know that a particular contract has been created for a particular customer related to a particular project, and everything related to the invoicing conditions, my billing type, all those information can be linked to a contract information also. Coming back to the business project, let's see what all different elements we can do. If you scroll down, you can also see now the time spent. So basically how much time has been already spent on working upon this particular project. You have a new tab called reporting, which is going to give you quick overview of how much time has been already sold or basically billed to your customer. What's the updated time, planned time? So quick number of information on the working upon and progress of your project. If you have want to see the financial overview of your project, you can also see what has been the current turnover, how much cost you have incurred based on, let's say, if you had certain expenses, or perhaps you also had certain um, employee wages to be paid. So those all things have been considered here. And forecasts are based on what you might be earning based on already planned projects, tasks, and the invoicing to be built. So quick numbers, which are automatically already created for you to get a quick overview of it. Apart from it, as I mentioned, you can definitely create more dashboards, more personalized information through the BI application and design your whole dashboards using the Studio application and make it available to relevant users. Now, difference between the task element also for a business project and task is now whether within a particular task, you will be also be able to associate financial data. So this financial data is basically how you want to build this particular task to a particular customer, whether you want to build it as a package, or you might even not wanting to build it, or you can also build it on progress or basically on time spent. So depending upon the package you do, you can also always generate invoicing element to it. You can select how many quantities, or you can also have like a service type, a predefined cost for it, unit price, and automatically when you generate an invoice, it's going to compute based on either as a package or how much progress you have done or time spent. You can also associate digital signatures on a particular task itself, so for approval reason. And then again, checklist managed relations are already part of the initial project management itself. You can also have a tree view, which is going to give you the view of whether it's a parent task or there are certain subtasks which are also listed as a time follow-up and time spent. So you can log in as all the times that you want to do, and basically it will give you the complete overview of it. So that's all for the time management as well as the financial data. But now linking it with various applications, you can always do using show financial data. So as I mentioned, currently Axelor project management, it's linked with purchase, sales, and various other ones. I have enabled only purchase application right now, so that's why purchase order can be generated from here. But if in case you also want to link project management for sales, for various other applications, you can do using the application config. Now, if in case you want to generate certain purchase order, which is related to a particular project, you can either do directly from here, or the other way around is also you can create a quotation. Let's create a new quotation. Just select a particular supplier and whatever you want to purchase, which is related to a particular product. Let's say we want to purchase certain services for certain price. Now, either I can link this individual purchase order line to a project in the business project, or I can also do the whole purchase order linking through the main business project. So let's just link it, and you can link it with the main project, or you can also link it with a project task also. So this is available on a granular level also. And once you request it or you create the quotation, it will also be appearing in the financial data. So let's just refresh it. Confirm the purchase order. Okay. this is Jira solution. So let's just link it with a particular project task. Okay. So you can generate a purchase order here, and you can also see the reporting for a particular task also. So both the ways are available. Either you can generate the quotations or expenses directly from the project level itself, or you can also associate both on a sales order or quotation. So on the sales quotation side also, it's the same way. You can always link it with a business project. You can also generate a project from a sales order. So let's say if you have a customer order for certain elements, you can always select a particular project, or you can also generate project. You can generate a task, and this will create a new project in the project management. So both the options and functionalities are available within the business project and Axelor OpenSuite. Another element that you can is pretty useful in project management is project planning. So whatever associated hours that we have done for a particular project or employee, we can also do project planning. So let's assume if I want to generate for a particular employee how much work has been allocated for a particular project, or I can select multiple projects also, and you can generate the project planning for a month, week, and how you want to do it. So if I want to do it for a month, so this will give you the overview of how the different planning has been done. And if you want, you can create new project planning directly from the available quick or this way. You can select as many employees also, so that you can have a quick overview of all the employees and for all the project and on a calendar view itself. So if I want to see a quick overview of it, so this will give you for all the employees that you have selected and all the projects that you have also selected. If in case there are no elements to show, it will still list you down all the elements on a weekly basis or on a monthly basis also. If you want, you can choose the horizon either on a day, week, or month wise, and automatically the system is going to give you the information also. So this way you can quickly overview of it, you can plan your resources, and you can book the time period accordingly for all of them. So since we are now running out of time for this webinar, I tried to give you a quick overview of the configurations, the different functionalities that are available, and how the project management can be used for various processes in the project management space. If you have any questions, we can discuss it now and take a look into how it can be adapted or it can be used for your particular use cases also. Even if later on, if you have any questions related to project management or even any other application of Axelor OpenSuite, do not hesitate to contact us. I'll also write my email address at here. So you can contact directly at contact@axelor.com, and it will reach to the relevant person, and we can do it. Sumbi Gunawan, since you have registered and attended, you will get an email directly for this webinar. So once I end the webinar, the recording will be sent to each of the user automatically.